Hi, I'm Bill.
I'm Lori.
And if this is the first time dropping into the channel, welcome. So, this is part two, where Lori is working with a Poolish, which was, I'll put a link to the video that we just made on the Poolish. And this here is from a dough recipe from the guys at Roberta's Pizzeria in New York. It's their easy dough recipe.
Easy homemade dough, it says.
Okay.
From the guys at Roberta's, which was Anthony Falco and James Womack. And they used this recipe in a class. So the benefit of this dough is you can use it the same day, or you can put it in the refrigerator overnight. So it's really simple. 3 or 4 hours at room temperature, and then you can stretch it out. So I think the Poolish is probably easier to handle just because, I don't know, it has more steps and seems more complicated, but I don't know. It's not really that complicated.
And from a heat management perspective, just like with the first pizza, we warm the oven up when Lori on high, and then when Lori starts to press out the pizza, I turn the oven to low. And these days I'm remembering to do that. And it generally takes Lori about 3 or 4 minutes to build a pizza, sometimes 5, depending on how much we're talking. But that's been our process, and it seems to be working well for us. Again, we like a thin crust New York style pizza. We're not big fans of the Neapolitan style pizza, where you may want to work with a much higher heat throughout the process of baking the pizza.
Yeah.
Someone pointed out to us that we don't really cook pizzas, we bake them, so we're flexible. So we may sometimes say cook a pizza, but we're going to try and say bake a pizza. We always appreciate the feedback from our viewers, and in particular any helpful tips. So how's that as far as working with
Actually,
the dough
it's
right
stretched
now?
out quite a bit. It's a little not wetter, but damper maybe. But it's stretched out really nice.
And again, you made this dough?
I made it yesterday at about the same time as I made the Poolish. And so I'm going to put on the Parmesan first because it has a greater tendency to burn. And we're going to make the same pepperoni, sausage, and peppers.
And as we did with our last pizza, and is often the way that we like to do it, we'll be launching with our wood peel, and then we will be turning with our 14-inch metal uni peel.
I forgot to put the cheese on first. Oh,
That's
well,
okay, Lori.
you know.
I tend to like a little bit of cheese on top of the sauce before the toppings go on, but either way, it really works out. Okay, so you're good with the peppers? All
Now
right.
I kind of pre-cooked this sausage a little because I think you don't have as much oil. But,
And you said the
know,
sausage was very lean, right?
yeah, it was pretty lean. The Italian sausage, sweet Italian sausage. But you can always use the spicy too.
And hopefully our lighting is working out. It's
Starting to
5:07
get
p.m.
dark.
in San Mateo, California right now. The nights are getting shorter. Darkness arrives earlier with our time change. Now Lori has dusted the peel, the wood peel, with some semolina. And I see you're using semolina.
Whoop.
Oh,
This one, this might be an interesting.
Yeah, this could be a.
Well, I didn't put as much flour on the peel, so we'll see.
So
This might be an oblong.
this could be danger, danger,
Wait
Nick,
a minute,
danger.
I'm gonna put a
Oh no,
little
it's
more.
good right now.
Okay,
It's good right
okay,
now.
Okay.
Let me see if I can launch it.
Oh,
Okay, well,
Got a little.
Not the best launch, but not a disaster yet. So it could turn into a disaster. We've had several of those. I think it's just kind of part of the pizza making process.
Yes, you can just start talking to somebody or your guests or the camera, and
You get distracted. Oftentimes when we have a disaster, it's because me, the pizziolo, I think,
Yeah.
I try to turn too early. So, you know, it's kind of a balance of allowing that leoparding to happen on the back, which is closer to the flame. And as you probably know, we're using an Unicota 16, and it has an L burner design. So this side and the back are the hottest in there.
Well, I knew that I didn't have as much semolina, and I knew the dough was a little bit wetter, so I could have put some semolina underneath
And,
the pizza.
and just to point out, see, since I didn't launch the pie, well, I shouldn't call it a pie probably. Since I didn't launch the pizza further back, I have part of the dough on a cooler part of the stone. So that's going to take a little bit longer, I believe, to cook, yet the back is cooking a little bit faster. So we'll just see how this all turns out. And here, Lori, I'll put this over here.
Oh, okay.
And but the great thing about making pizzas, it's not life or death, you know? So relax,
Unless you
enjoy
have
the
a,
experience.
unless you have a bunch of guests waiting
Okay,
for dinner.
I got really lucky there.
Oh, no.
Here's my tongs.
Okay. You have both pairs of
So I like to take the pizza out. I like to inspect it. That's why I like this Uni 14-inch metal peel. And I just want to point out, we're not sponsored by anybody. So everything that we do is basically on our own. The comments we make are our own. We're free to say what we want to say. In full transparency, though, we did get this as a gift from Uni along with our Uni rocker blade. So Uni, if you want to send us some new stuff, we'd be happy to use it and put it in our videos. Just saying. Okay. So looking good, Lori. Now, if at any time you'd like to see us on how we make the dough, let us know. We've got a couple of older videos up there that are a little bit in the long form, but we'd be happy to make some short form videos that show the highlights of making both the Poolish that we made in the other video, as well as the guys from Roberta's. Would be happy to do some short form videos if you have an interest in that. So just put those comments, you know, just put some suggestions or requests in the comments, and we'll be happy to fill those.
And we can always have Bill do the stretching.
Oh yeah, that's always a laugh. Okay, so we got a little bit of charring, which Lori and I like. But I think this pizza is progressing well. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Biga we like, right?
Oh yeah, Biga actually, it's an easier dough to make than the Poolish. So if you don't have a lot of time, I would make the Biga over the Poolish, and it is very easy dough to take care of. I mean, to stretch out and handle.
And we also like the I Love Cooking Ireland,
Yeah.
that gentleman,
Yes.
I forget his-
Patrick Ryan.
Patrick Ryan, if you have sourdough
That's what
starter,
you have to have a hot sourdough
yeah,
starter.
and we're kind of without starter right now, so. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how this is
That looks
progressing. I'm going to
good.
turn it just a little bit more here, give it a little bit more. And is this our last pizza for tonight?
Well, we have two more.
Oh,
dough
we have two
balls.
more dough balls. Okay, well.
But we're gonna see whether a short,
Okay, then what I'm going to
easy
do,
to make dough is just as good as
I'm going to call that done.
I am too. Yeah.
All right, so
You can see how boiling hot it is.
here's here's the result. So what we're going to do, we're going to let this cool for a couple minutes, and then we'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and just to give you a little insight on how Lori does it, when the pizza first came out, Lori was pointing out she sees the cheese is very molten. So when we let it cool, what we're looking for is for that moltenness to go away.
The cheese
Or-
is solidified, so that you don't burn your tongue. No, what I guess it's you don't burn the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Pizza mouth is never any fun. Okay, again, our typical
Rocker
Uni
blade.
rocker blade. If you don't have one, well, we're not sponsored by Uni, and you're thinking about getting one, I wouldn't hesitate. Listen to that crispiness. Well, Lori and I like a crispy pizza. We like a thin pizza. So let's see, maybe we can. That's why I cut the smaller pizza piece to. I want to try to show. So that's what the crust looks like. Clearly in here, I mean, you know, it's definitely cooked. It's really just the way we like it. Again, we're not Neapolitan pizza fans, although we have made a few, and we will probably make a few in the future. But okay, Lori,
Okay.
what do you think?
Well, it's nice and thin.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Oh. Well, I think the Poolish has a little bit more chew.
Oh, that's going to be our
Oh. Sorry.
third video. So what do you think about this one?
I think it's good.
Crispy?
Mm-hmm. Crispy.
How was it to work with?
Okay. Easy to work with.
We saw it kind of a little bit of a challenge to get it off the cutting board onto the peel. Is that just a
Oh,
matter
I
of...
think it's because I didn't maybe put as much flour on it, or
Okay.
it's very thin crust. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think we can say we're 2 for 2 tonight. The first one was our foolish Poolish.
Mm-hmm.
Not really foolish. It's really a tasty
Bill's
dough.
attempt at humor.
Yeah, my bad attempt. And now the guys from Roberta's Pizzeria Easy Dough. And again, you can make it same day or overnight, right?
Mm-hmm. This
So-
happened to be overnight, but
All right. So I think we got 2 good pizzas tonight. And what we're going to do is Lori and I are going to sit down. You'll see the third video, which we'll release in a day or two, where we compare notes on the 2 doughs, what our thoughts are, and we'll show some scenes of the first 2 videos in that video, and we'll probably do some voiceover or something like that, but just share our thoughts about which one we prefer. All right. Anything else we really want to get across?
oishi.
Oishi, oishi, thumbs up. And that's what we want to say. If you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up, as always.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Other than that,
See you next time.
see you next time.